Tested.
Hey, Will from Tested.
Norm from Tested. We just bought ourselves this.
You can barely see it. It's so thin, except for on the end that's facing the camera.
It's almost a magic trick. It's the MacBook Air, Apple's new ultra thin, ultra portable laptop. $1,000. We got the 11-inch version. This is
the
cheapest one.
Yeah.
Not the cheap one, the cheapest relative.
Okay.
1.4 gigahertz dual core Intel processor, 2 gigs of RAM, 64 gig flash.
Put your hand
memory.
on the table right like that.
Don't chop my fingers. It can cut through cheese and butter and.
I don't think it can cut through anything. It's not that thin. Okay, so a little tiny screen. It's a really normal. What's the resolution of the screen?
This is a 1366 by 768, 11-inch. I'm not sure what the pixel density is. A little better than the iPad. We'll do a quick comparison, actually.
Off-axis.
Full-size keyboard, which is good, and a sizable touchpad. Let's compare to the MacBook or the iPad.
This is an iPad.
That's an iPad.
That's Chloe Bananas. So higher pixel density than the iPad, lower than the iPhone 4.
I don't think it's an IPS screen. The viewing angles are actually pretty poor. I don't know if you can see that, but once
it looks really bad from over here.
It gets washed out really quickly.
You see all sorts of dithering and weird stuff happening on the screen. Screen's a little bit bigger. It's a 16 by 9 screen instead of a 4 by 3. It's very shiny. The silver bezel you could have seen a moment ago.
USB ports, display port,
power,
headphone. No optical drive. To restore it, there is a USB key in the box.
I don't think there actually is. I didn't see it when I looked.
Not in the box.
There's not a USB. I think you have to go to Apple.
And it gets, I don't know, crazy like 7 hours. But we'll do more testing. Let's do a quick comparison with the MacBook Pro, which is what you're using.
So this is my seemingly old, busted, and like 7.5 pounds. I think it's really 3 pounds and change. But it's a 13-inch Mac Pro.
This is 2 pounds 5 ounces, I believe.
And an eighth, perhaps?
Yeah.
Okay, 5 1/8
Precision.
pounds. Okay. We have a scale. It's tearing.
I can hold this outstretched, no problem.
That is 4 pounds, 7 7/8 ounces.
More than twice as heavy.
Yeah.
Almost twice as heavy.
I mean, it's a lot bigger. Hold it up side by side. Let's get some size comparisons. Put it in front more. There you go. So MacBook Air, MacBook Pro, 13-inch.
There is a 13-inch version of this, which is on
about the same size screen.
So, but if you look at the thickness, actually, open up your MacBook Pro for a second. The thickness of the MacBook Air at its thickest point is still a little thinner than
with the screen up.
MacBook Pro.
Yeah.
The screen up.
Yeah.
And at its thinnest, and it's thicker than.
A little bit thicker than an iPad. So yeah, that's the MacBook Air.
We'll be doing some tests. We'll use it for a bit, and then we'll have a full review. This is just your first look. Can you hold it like they do in the ad? You know when they pan from here to here. The finger.
I mean, I think they do. I think the thumbs.
Oh, it's tricky like that.
I think it's like I think it's like that. It's less exciting.
I'm an Apple commercial.
They would never wear that stripy shirt on an Apple commercial.
All right, bye.
Oh, you got it.
Oh yeah.
Do it the way you were trying to do it though, and show that you can't do that.
Of course you can't do that. That's insane. Hold on, I can do that. Watch. Shake weight.